Focus on the next trade rather than the result of the last trade, number one. This for me is something that's taken me probably several years to master because it's natural to focus on your ROI, your profit and loss, the dollars made, the dollars lost, and get obsessed mentally, emotionally, and when your psych's off, your edge is starting to erode, and that's not good for trading. So, if for every minute you spend reviewing your trade journal on what the results were on your last trade, redouble your effort, focus gently as your mind wanders in the past, get with the present, chant maybe time, 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 time. Center yourself right now on the time you're in and focus on the setup before you. That is really how you center yourself and get focused on, do you have a setup? Is this your ideal setup? Is it your A++ setup? What are you going to put on? Are you going to put on 1/10, 1/20th, 1/4? What's the size? What's the risk? What are you looking to do if it goes against you? That's the focus. Okay, any trade journal is going to measure performance on the benchmarks, and that's real important because it gives a guide of the instrument that you're trading. So what we're looking here is Friday to Friday close. We'll start at the top with the S&P 500. So we were slightly negative for the week, 0.07%. 2K Russell 2K, which I traded exclusively, was down 60 basis points for the week. Avalanche, that is my one holding that I am holding on to for a swing trade. That was 3.37 for the week, and Bitcoin at 3.71. So if you traded any of the equity indexes, hopefully you were in the green and not passively just letting the market take you where it must. That's passive investing. When we talk about trading, we're talking about active trade management. So hopefully you can outperform when markets go down and either keep it break even or even be some green. Below here, I've got the Anchored VWAP. Very important. We keep track of where prices are relative to the average volume weighted average price. So you see here Bitcoin at 43,352. So we are still at the close of Friday below that. And on the close of Friday for M2K 2191, that's got a ways to go because we closed at 2161. And then the MES S&P 4693, again, a good 30 handles away here because we had a 4664. So that kind of breaks down the benchmarks. Personally, my trading is nothing to write home about. No grand slam home runs. Again, it's all about base hits. And since the holidays in December, Thanksgiving, that's again trying to hit that 100 to 200 basis points on a weekly basis. So happy to say we were in that zone. And again, it's all about the setups and being in cash the majority of the time. And that is because the narrative changed for 2022. And what is the narrative? The narrative is inflation is here. And the second most important, maybe the primary, is the Fed does no longer have your back. The punch bowl's been taken away. Interest rate hikes are going up. So markets don't generally like to be super bullish when we have hawkish rate hikes. So there you have it. Let's go to the charts. Okay, Bitcoin 24-hour candle chart. We need this for context because if we're going to trade altcoins like Avalanche, then you've got to know where the bigger picture is on higher time frames with Bitcoin. And as you can see here, all of 2022 so far, under the middle Bollinger Band, as is the equity market. So that is not bullish yet. Until we get a close above middle Bollinger Band, there's no bullish signal here yet. What I am looking at here, notice how this doji candle Saturday morning is hovering just below the Anchored VWAP for January 1st, 2022. That means bottom line, everybody that's bought and traded and invested in Bitcoin, we still have not cleared that average weighted price, that anchored average volume weighted average price, I should say. So that's coming in at 43,352. Until we break above here, we are just treading water. So four days, 4 candles hugging that. I do expect we break above it. So point target 1, middle Bollinger Band, target 2, January 1st, 2021 anchored VWAP. That was for the whole year of 2021, 46,216. We need to get there, and I think we will. It's just, do we get there in January or do we get there in February? So that is real important, to not just hit it and then drive above it. So there you have it. I will make a short note on this Trading Journal video, cup and handle pattern on the MACD here below. That's neither here or there, but I just want to make a note of it on this video. So there you have it, big picture, Bitcoin 24-hour consolidating just under the anchored VWAP for 2022. Okay, the Russell's been treating me good for the last 9 weeks, so I'm sticking with it. So this is the M2K Micros, Russell 2000. And what we're looking on the left here on the chart is the 24-hour. So let's hit that first. We kissed the lower Bollinger Band, price did, but look how we closed. And just for the record, I am flat 100% in cash for the weekend, and I only played maybe the first hour of the day and hit a short. And I am so glad I did not decide to trade any other part of this, because we really jammed up in price at the close, and I'm sure some shorts got hurt on that because they weren't expecting the strong close on a Friday. Look at this gap here on this blue line. This is the 3 EMA though. Price did not touch it, so that left some air. And then right above it, the 4 volume weighted moving average. So when we get the Monday open, I do expect these lines to be lower and price to go above that. So here it is, the January 1st, 2022 anchored VWAP. So just crypto, Bitcoin, and price being below it, we have not been able to have equities go above the anchored VWAP for 2022. And we're coming in here, 2190, let's just call it, rounded up, 2191. So until price can really get above that and then close above the mid at 2207, rounding up 2208, this is not it that is bullish in any way, shape, or form yet until we get above these areas. So this green is the 81 EMA, and the upper is way up here at 2286, and that just might be a bridge too far with the inflation news and Federal Reserve Chairman Powell talking about inflation and rate hikes. Bottom line, Wall Street's getting risk off right now because higher rates are not necessarily healthy and indicative for a healthy bullish stock market, and inflation's not helping either. So I expect volatility to be higher, and I am biased on the short side when I see these spikes happen. I'm not trading off the 24-hour. Let's go to the right chart. The 120 is my navigational chart, and the 120, you can see here, we did close above the middle Bollinger Band. So that looks like to me that we could conquer this upper Bollinger Band early next week and kiss that anchored VWAP for 2022. I see no reason why we couldn't do that, and I'm looking to do some business up there if that hits. So that kind of wraps the 24-hour higher time frame. We've hit the lower Bollinger on that one twice here in 2022. And on the 120 here, you can see we've really not done a lot of anything. And whoops, let me adjust this. As far as the lower Bollinger Bands, we were hugging those for quite a while. But what we need to do now is, with this really strong momentum candle, I did an anchored VWAP, so we're going to start Monday. 2150 is the anchored VWAP, and that's from the close of RTH Friday. And I do expect the Asia Globex and the Europe Globex traders to drive price through the green line here and make a drive for the anchored VWAP of 2022. So there you have it. M2K Micro, Russell 2000.